Hi everyone, do you guys remember when I made the mystery ball? Well, I kept all the shavings from that project and I reckon we could make something pretty cool with them. And to help me with that, I've also bought myself a couple of new molds. I've got a dinosaur mold and I've also got another skull, but this one has a snake wrapped around it. I think the first one I'm going to try is this dinosaur mold. Now making these projects should be fairly simple because all I need to do is add my coloured shavings and then some clear resin. And then once it's cured, we pop it out and we're done. But what I'm most excited for is to see how they look when I shine a light from underneath. Okay, I think we're done. So it's now time to mix up my resin, and for that I'll be using Art Cast. Now before I go pouring my resin, I just want to explain something to you guys. I've seen lately in the comments where people have been asking me why sometimes I use scales to measure my resin and other times I use these measuring cups. Well, the reason for that is when I only need a small amount of resin, I like to use my scales instead of these cups because these cups are quite expensive. Now Art Cast is mixed at a ratio of 3:1 by volume and not by weight. So what I had to do was pour part A to this 3 line here and then weigh it, and then I poured part B to the 1 line and weighed that. And then I wrote those numbers down, so when I only need a small amount of resin, I can use my scales with one of these cheap cups. Forgot my gloves. I'll be back. Now just like last week, I'm going to use my RESINERS machine again, except this time I'm going to use it in 2 different ways. The first way is I'm going to put my resin inside, create a vacuum, which will pull all the bubbles out, giving me crystal clear resin. Once I've done that, I'll pour that resin into my mold and put the mold inside of here. And then when I create the vacuum the second time, it's going to pull all the air out that's in any nooks and crannies and replace it with the resin. That way it'll give you a perfect casting. Now we just need to top it up and then we can leave it to cure. While we're waiting for the dinosaur to cure, we can get started on the skull. Well, that one was definitely a lot easier to fill than the dinosaur. Now there's one thing I want to mention about this machine, and that is I'm not sponsored by RESINERS. I just really like using it, and if you guys want to try it for yourself, I'll leave an affiliate link in the description, and if you use code BENSWORX, you'll also get yourself a discount, and as an added bonus, by using that link, you'll also be helping by supporting the channel. So it's now the next day, and it's time to take these pieces out of the mould. I think I'll start with the dinosaur. Looks like he's biting onto the mould. Let it go, you little bugger. So it looks like the inside of this mould is textured to make it look like skin, but I'm not a big fan of it because now it's come out looking dull instead of shiny. It looks like we've made some really cool patterns in there. It's going to be so interesting to see how this looks all lit up. Check out his little arms. How cute are they? Well, it's now time to pop out the skull. I think this one might look a bit better. Oh yeah, much better. It's all nice and shiny. And check out these colours. I think they look even better than the dinosaur. So now that they're out of the mould, it's time to light them up. But before I do, I want you guys to do me a favour. I want you to let me know which one looks better, the skull or the dinosaur. Now let's check them out.